Hey, what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. Welcome back everybody to another Fortnite video. Today we got a lot of news to go over, so before we get started, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you up to date on all things Fortnite. Touch that like button for me. I don't know what's in the shop right now because I'm filming this right before the shop switches over, but if you hit that up, use that support code, TheCampingRusher, and tweet me if you do so I can drop a thank you. Alright, starting off here. We are discussing the announcements today rather than update stuff. Rather than last night's update. I didn't make a video because there was not many changes. There's the new game mode, there's Dynamite, and that's about it. So I woke up at 6 a.m., but I went back to sleep because there was nothing. But there's been a lot of announcements today. First off here, the Winter Royale tournament announcement. What's going on? Let's first start off. I'm not going to put anything on your screen. There's a decent amount to talk about here. Let's start off with the online tournament fixes. So the event system, right? That's been the we knew this was coming, like an online qualifier, and that's what this is. We'll get to that in a second. But with the 6.3 update last week, they made some changes to the online tournaments. One of them being you will now be correctly paired with people with similar point totals that you have. So it's actually ranked-based matchmaking. On top of that, if you have a high amount of points, you could be experiencing a wait time of more than 5 minutes to join a match just because there's so many less people at that point level, right? That makes sense? Okay, now here's the good part. This is hilarious. All right. So, the online tournament system, just like we all imagined, will be used next year to determine participants in the Fortnite World Cup. Starting later this month, we'll hold a test event that will emulate the World Cup qualification process. This will help us gather valuable learnings to better prepare for the process next year. So there is a test qualifier coming up, but the solo test events will consist of two parts, the qualifiers and the finals, which will have a total of 1 million in prizes up for grabs. So the test tournament has a $1 million prize pool. That's just hilarious to me. So here's how it'll work. There'll be several chances for anyone to try and get a high score during the qualifier days. The highest score you achieve during any session will be the one that counts, all right? So it'll take your best session. As part of our ongoing competitive test to prepare for the Fortnite World Cup, the Winter Royale will use the same game settings as the currently available pop-up cups. So these pop-up cups are important, and if you don't know about them, that was actually the only other change from the update. I think it's 300 max mats, there's more grenades. Like, they're playing around with very scrim-like things just to see how it affects competitive play, and I think it's awesome. The Winter Qualifier Open will be on the 24th and 25th, so 4 days from now, 5 days from now. So we'll be using the pop-up cup settings. Maybe I'll go over them quickly in just a second. I didn't plan to, but I should. Here is the schedule for each solo qualifier on the 24th and the 25th. I'm going to put it on your screen right now, European and North American. So just to make it clear, there's 3 sessions each day, 6 sessions total. The set, if you did all 6 sessions, which is obviously 9 hours of gameplay a day, which is insane. I won't be able to do that. It will take your best session, your most points, everything else won't count. I just want to make that clear. The Scavenger Pop-Up Cup duos right now, so it is switched to duos. The event is solo. So the solo, we talked about how it worked last time. It's pretty similar, but here are the changes from last week's cup to this week's. Material cap reduced from 500 to 300. Drop count of clingers and grenades increased from 3 to 5. And then some safe zone changes here. Reduce the radius of Circle 3 and Circle 4. Circle 4 is now the first circle partially outside of the previous safe zone, was Circle 5. Increased chances of supply drops in later circles. That's cool. And Circle 9 now travels twice as far, but takes twice as long to close. What do these changes mean? I just thought over it a little bit. It's going to make people move a lot further away. So you're not gonna be able to stay in one spot for any time at all. And it's not necessarily faster, you just have to travel further, it seems, if that makes sense. So more traveling rather than frequent traveling. That might be the same thing. It's kind of hard to explain. It's hard for me to picture it without actually seeing it happen in game, but yeah, people have to travel far. They can't stay in one place is generally what they're trying to do here. So that's the competitive stuff. I know that took a few minutes, but I think it was worth it. It's completely open. If you want to try and qualify, you might as well. I'm sure there's some amazing players out there, and I'm sure some of you guys are even watching these videos, so good luck. All right. Couple changes here. We've temporarily disabled Dynamite while we investigate an increase in client crashes. So Dynamite is gone. It was added in and it's gone again. Also, they've removed the minigun from the Wild West LTM. Drop into battle now. So, couple changes there. Now, let's talk about the biggest change, all right? And you may have heard other YouTubers talk about it, but hopefully I can give you a more in-depth look at this change. Eric Williamson, employee, design lead at Epic. The upcoming 6.31 update will include a pump shotgun rebalance to improve effectiveness. Damage will increase in close quarters, and range will be reduced slightly. Additionally, all shotguns will have a minimum damage of 3 pellets, even if only 1 or 2 hit. Further details on this. A reply that he made on Reddit. Well, first, Arctic Shore asks, it's only going to get replaced by the my pump only did 20 damage, in reference to the 7 damage meme, whatever it is. Blue pump shotgun will do 10 damage per pellet with the increased damage, so it will actually be 30 minimum. But fall off still applies though, so if you hit a target far away, it's possible to hit below that amount. So we got some things confirmed here. Blue pump shotgun, let's just talk about that, will do 10 damage per pellet. So just a reminder on how shotguns work. You've got your crosshair, I was gonna say reticle, I think it's crosshair, right? And say you only hit a portion of it. It now, for a while of course, when you hit somebody, there'll be red dots that come up in your crosshair. The amount of red dots is the amount of pellets that you have hit your enemy with. Shotguns each shoot 10 pellets, all right? So again, how it works now, if you hit 1 pellet, your shotgun, you will only do the damage of that 1 pellet. The change now is if you hit 1 pellet, you're still going to do the minimum damage as if you hit 3 pellets. So if you really miss a shot, like you only hit 1, compared to if you kind of really miss a shot, whereas you hit 3, it's the same amount of damage. This change, well, I think it's good. It's a buff. It's a huge buff, and you don't have to have as precise aim as you did before for those minimum damage shots. Now, do the math here. 10 damage per pellet, 10 pellets. You can do 100 damage. Max damage body shot. There is a headshot multiplier of 2. So, max damage you can do with a perfect 10 pellet headshot zoomed in at closest range is 200 damage with the blue shotgun. So, yeah, that's a big buff. It was previously 170 max. So you can one-shot people now. That's a very big change, man, with the shotgun. Shotgun meta is returning, and I am not against it, honestly. It's gonna be intense. So I think I covered everything. Again, there's going to, the only nerf is a reduced range. So you got to be up close and personal if you want these things to do damage. You will see a slight drop off, but with the damage increase, you might not be able to notice it, but you won't be able to hit crazy damage from far away. You need to be up close, and I think that's fair. I think there should be a slight adjustment there. What are your thoughts on all the changes today? It was basically a few changes that just took a long time to talk about, but very exciting. Touch that like button for me right now if you could. Leave a comment on your opinions on all this stuff. And again, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I don't know if there's time for gameplay. We talked a ton. If there is, check it out. If not, thanks for being here. Talk soon. I'll see you soon. Enjoy. Goodbye. .35 tag. I'm gonna RPG right side. Get ready to shoot.
I got shot, dude. Okay, got him for shield. That guy up top has no shield left.
I'm high ground. I just made a mistake. Let's go. GG, man. That was such a weird game. Such a weird game. Tilted nobody. Like nobody, and we're center of the circle. I mean,
rotations.
yeah.
Kind of